Welcome back. You're listening to Home Wizards. I'm Cindy Dole with my buddy Eric Stromer. Hey, Eric.
Hi, guys.
We have a special edition here as we're broadcasting live from the International Builder Show, and I'm here at the Convention Center, the final day here in Orlando, and my co-host Eric Stromer is back at KFWB, and we're also Skyping in addition to doing this broadcast, so it's kind of a fun multimedia adventure. What do you think of it so far, Eric?
I think it's great. Can you guys see this? I want you to all respond to this sign.
We can see it, so applause.
There you go.
Applause.
Nice. Thank you.
All right, so this is all about, as we try to help you find ways to make those spaces you call home better. You got to always be on the cutting edge of what are the innovations and what are the materials and the products and what makes sense and what doesn't, and what's really going to rock your world. What should you buy for your home? And that's something that as we've been learning, the folks that put this on, the NAHB, know all about. And with me is another guy who's he's all about the Remodeling Council. Geep Moore is with us. So thanks for hanging out with us, Geep.
Hi,
and
Geep.
Also with us is a man who's going to talk to us about this really cool thing that's been featured outside, modular homes like you've never seen before. Steve Payne with Nationwide.
Hi, Cindy.
All right. So first of all, Geep, as we were just kind of getting into a little bit more of the overview and the trends, last year's Builder Show really seemed to be a little bit more about green. This year, it feels like the word green is not the appropriate word, that it's something maybe more along the lines of energy efficient, sustainable, something more relatable and meaningful. Is that true, or am I off base?
No, I believe that's true. And green has gotten, too many people are using the word green, so in our business, it's more about sustainability and energy efficiency and more effective use of the space.
Okay. And in terms of being more effective, what would that entail? Saving money for sure.
Well, saving money, energy efficiency, and there's so many things that we can do that are simple green. We can increase our insulation values. We can increase our ceiling. We can stop the air influx from the outside to the inside. Different type. We've got so many different products with windows and doors that increase our energy efficiency and stop the airflow, air infiltration. And that's what the biggest heat loss and cooling loss in our homes is air infiltration.
So the word green, it really isn't about some of the, I mean, it's almost has felt like over the past years, wouldn't you admit, Eric, that it's kind of, as we've been shopping around and looking at things, it feels kind of unattainable for the majority of the people. But now the new green is like, okay, it's about me. It's about
and I think the perception is that it's, green is almost elitist. It's not accessible by the building industry. It's not affordable to some people. And then, Geep, I was going to ask you, do you feel like the public has caught up with this idea that energy efficiency in a home is something that they recognize as a valuable asset?
Oh, absolutely. And as Mike alluded to earlier, I mean, some of the green, the elite green stuff is so expensive, unless you are just a purist and a rich purist, as a friend of mine put it. A lot of this green is out of our reach. So the simple green is what we're going for. Things that we can change simply, your window sills, door sills, insulation in the attic, and that sort of thing.
Okay.
And are you guys putting like the Energy Star ratings on the homes in terms of almost like how cars show you the gas mileage? Are you showing the efficiency rating when you buy the home?
You can, but that's a whole different system because you have to be rated. You have to have somebody to come in and rate the home. That's not widely being used. It's not as simple to do in our industry as it is in, say, the automobile industry. And then we have a little bit of a diverse problem with if you remodel your home and you do the remodeling to increase your energy values, you're only working in parts of the home, so you might can certify a part of your home to be an Energy Star, energy rated, but you're not certifying.
So, Geep, if people who are listening right now say, you know what, I don't have a lot of money, and I wish I could do a whole kitchen remodel or a bathroom remodel or something, but, this whole saving energy thing sounds pretty cool. Solar panels still seem kind of too expensive, $50,000. I don't know if I can handle it. What do you see here over this past week that might be something attainable and that would really give you instant impact and start saving you some money?
Insulation. Better windows, better doors, water-saving devices
So
in your
things
home.
that aren't very sexy, but you're gonna see the savings.
They're simple green,
Yeah,
is what
simple
I would
green.
say.
All right, well, let's turn the table now to another guy who knows not only about green, but this concept of modular homes. Eric, you've got to see these homes. I mean, they're built from the inside out, and we saw yesterday at the Village here at the Builders Show. It's a $400,000 to $500,000 home, Steve Payne, with Nationwide. Tell us about it.
The one we have on display obviously is souped up for the show.
Talk about what's inside. I mean, it's got everything.
Oh, it's got all kinds of things. Green, of course, that we've been talking about. Modular homes are inherently green, and all varieties and levels of green.
Hey, explain that a little bit. I think the listeners would be interested. Why are they inherently green?
Well, Eric, for a number of reasons. One, we have a high use of recyclable content. We have low waste. We reclaim as much of the materials as we possibly can and use them throughout the structure.
So avoiding the landfills,
absolutely,
basically. In that sense.
And then there's high efficiency factors, and of course we offer all the latest insulation products, window products, and all those kind of things.
And how this home is built, I mean, imagine this. It's when you say built from the inside out, in these factories that you have around the country, including in the Phoenix area, in a matter of a week, right? You're putting everything, including the appliances, the chandeliers, the carpeting, the wood flooring, whatever it is. Everything is inside, and then you bring it in here to Orlando, outside the convention center. You plop it down, and there's your home.
Well, Cindy, that's in a nutshell, that's the case. There's a little more to it than that.
Okay, but I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, well, the goal is obviously to make it economical, make it affordable, make it time sensitive. So we try to do as much as we can in the plant. There's still requirements, obviously, in the field. But yes, I mean, in many cases, if they're, depending on how many sections the home comes in, they can be as much as 95% complete. In most cases, they're probably somewhere around 80% complete.
And the price is what, $50,000 to $500,000, depending on the bells and whistles?
It could be $50,000 to several million. I mean, it's all.
And here's what I love about the whole idea of it. Years ago, you would say modular home, and you'd have this idea that it was almost like a motor home looking thing or a camper. Now it's undetectable from traditional construction, and from a general contractor standpoint, like 5 days to get the thing from point A to point B after you've done your prep and your pad and all that other stuff.
And it's exquisite
versus 3 to 8 months on a traditional home construction, and the price point is so unbelievable. I'm overwhelmed, especially by the way they look.
Yeah, well, it's amazing. Even when you're at a builder show, where you would think that everybody is aware of modular construction, we have builders that have been building houses for 20 and 30 years that come into the homes, and they're amazed.
Well, who in California, let's say, would get one of these? What would happen? Where would they put it?
The typical demographics of a modular home buyer in general is a scattered lot, single-family home buyer that owns a piece of property and finds it difficult to get a custom builder to come out to their site and do what they want to do. Most builders, as a general rule, that like to work in communities and subdivisions where they can be repetitive and they can manage their job costs accordingly. Custom building on a scattered lot basis, if you owned a acre lot in the mountains or in the country somewhere and try to get a custom builder to come out, they certainly will do it, but it tends to be more expensive. So this is a niche that the modular industry has filled for years.
Or if you were to buy a foreclosed home and it was in bad shape but you liked the land, you could have that home taken away and buy one of these.
It happens all the time, particularly in high-cost housing markets where you've got a desirable lot and you've got an older home. People will come in, buy the lot, obviously raise the home, take the older home down, and come in and erect a new modular home.
And the other thing I love, too, is the expandability. So say you create your first existing dwelling on a beautiful lot that you purchased. Now you want to add, because your kids want a place to vacation with mom and dad, you can literally just drop these new homes all around and create like a compound scenario within that lot. It's an unbelievable thing.
And they totally blend with the existing environment. You know what I mean? They don't look like, oh my gosh, that doesn't fit with the neighborhood.
Oh no,
like the Cape Cod home that you have outside here.
They're substantially, as Eric pointed out earlier, they're substantially indistinguishable from traditional building. I've been in the business for 30 years, and I can get fooled sometimes. So yeah. They're hard to distinguish.
All right. Well, so again, the takeaway from the Builder Show for you guys is simple green, and making decisions and getting things that can improve our lives in a way that makes sense.
Absolutely.
And it's within reach, right? It feels like there's really not a lot of bells and whistles here that are just for the sake of having a toy. You know what I mean? It feels like it's meaningful things.
Yeah.
Is that what you got from this, Geep?
Right.
Yeah.
Can I just say that you guys are the best looking people I've ever seen on radio in my life with this whole Skype thing. I can't believe it. Look at you guys. You're crazy handsome.
We'll have some pictures up on the website, too, by the way, at yourhomewizards.com. But thanks, you guys, for sharing some of your insights, because we want to continue to see great things going on for the home improvement business, right?
Thanks for having us.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us.
You got it. So what do you think, Eric? Kind of cool.
I can't believe it. Yeah, I love this whole idea of these modular homes and the efficiency and the expandability. To me, it feels like it's almost threatening to traditional construction because, it's simple and affordable. I love it.
So again, the green thing is a little bit different, and the studies that are coming out from this National Association of Home Builders are basically saying that yes, while green has been in vogue, now it is more of this relatable green, and when it comes to having, it may not seem as fashionable. Insulation doesn't sound very, sexy, but still it is great because you're going to see these huge savings on your energy bill.
Well, yeah, and to your point, sexy can also mean, hey, we've got like $800 left over because the house is more efficient. Guess what? I'm taking on a vacation, and I'm getting a dinner out of this thing too.
And that's sexy. And when Eric's got the insulation going on, you should see his moves.
Wow.
All right, well, when we come back, we're going to talk more about some of the great discoveries, like what do you do about your outdoor decking? One of the other things, the takeaway that I'm getting is you're seeing a lot more man-made products that are also green. I mean, they're doing the best to use artificial materials, make them look like they're the real thing, but also avoid that off-gassing and all that part. You know what I'm saying, Eric?
I do, yeah. You bet. Can't wait.
All right. Home Wizards, a very special edition as we're coming to you live, not only from Los Angeles, but Orlando at the International Builders Show, the biggest show where we learn about all the innovations that you're going to want to have for your home in 2012. Cindy Dole, Eric Stormer, we're back in a flash here on KFWB News Talk 980.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.